Allow us to reintroduce ourselves. We are the mob. We good? Chat mob, holla at your boy. Let me make sure, man. We in here. Y'all holla at me, holla at me, holla at me, holla at me. Okay, bet. All right. Let me connect everything right now. All right, the question at hand is, the mayor did his job, did you? Pretty simple. Everybody got something to say about the mayor of Memphis, Paul Young, but he did his part. Let me connect Facebook real quick, y'all. Let everybody get in. He did his part, bro. All right. Okay, there we go. We rocking on Facebook. Okay. We rocking. Let me make sure. But yeah, the mayor did a tour. And it's a town hall tour. All out throughout Memphis. He had 9 stops. And it's crazy that nobody was talking about it, right? And many people don't even understand what a town hall meeting is. We're going to get to that, though. Let me play this first clip. I was there live, holding us down to let y'all know. I got my own footage, and we're gonna react to everything that was said, because the news covered it, but the news, when they cover stuff, they just play, a short clip, and then you don't really understand what was really going on. Because I don't really think our people understand how to operate at a town hall meeting. But yeah, let me play the news clip while I get Facebook in with us, though. Check this out.
I miss you like a hog miss fly.
Understand that.
Memphis Mayor Paul Young held his 9th and final One Memphis Town Hall of the Year tonight. The mayor and his executive staff took their tour to Booker T. Washington High School to listen to concerns from South Memphis residents. Action News Joyce live with the top concern tonight. Joyce.
Yeah, Joy, the mayor's staff told me tonight that blight has surpassed crime as the #1 concern of residents, and that was certainly the case for South Memphis residents tonight. Inside Booker T. Washington High School, where Mayor Paul Young's parents both graduated.
This is really an opportunity to make sure that we are hearing from the citizens of this community and using those voices to make our services better.
The mayor and his department heads listened to the concerns of South Memphis residents.
Between Crump and Walker, it's just so blighted.
In this community, we have a lot of crime.
People still drive down Walker 80 miles an hour.
The Young administration heard about quality of life issues, blight, crime, speeding, and the fear about the future for our children.
This generation that we have now, it seems like they don't have a soul. They're just killing people for nothing.
Mayor Young asked those in attendance for their help turning Memphis around. During Monday night's town hall at Rhodes College, Young, a city planner by trade, described the exodus from the city.
And what we saw was not just white flight. I'm not gonna let my black folk off the hook. We saw economic flight. Wasn't just white flight.
Memphis's crime problem, a major reason why people leave. MPD's crime-fighting efforts include a new AI camera system, an increased number of homicide detectives to solve murders, and a robust hiring campaign, including a $15,000 sign-on bonus. Tuesday, Mayor Young announced more than 30 nonprofits received Safer Communities grants, sharing more than $1 million in funding.
We have not seen
Now take note of that $1 million in funding. I got something to say about that.
this much activity and help in years.
And Mayor Young says this is only the start.
We are already trending in the right direction relative to crime. We know it's still too high, but it's trending down. And now we have to be creative around the strategies that we're going to use to keep that number moving in the right direction.
The other thing that South Memphis and South City residents really wanted to know about is the construction on Walker Avenue. They said it is difficult to navigate when you drive.
We're going to get to that too.
To businesses. The city engineer told them it will be another 3 to 4 months. Reporting live in Memphis tonight, I'm Joyce Peterson, Action News 5.
All right, so shout out to the mayor for this, though, right? $1 million in funding. Tour Memphis. Everybody had their opportunities to talk, right? But I went there, and you could look at the demographic of the age, right? Me and my brother was like definitely in the younger demographic of people that showed up. Everybody's always complaining, everybody's talking, but we got to learn to show up at these events because it's almost like you get the cheat code, the cheat sheet going here. If you got a problem with something, you get to talk directly to the mayor. And I'm in full approval of this. Mayor Paul Young is giving us results, y'all, to be honest. And like I said, y'all know this ain't no political show. I ain't for this. But the streets are being straightened up. I'm gonna tell you about that too. A lot of people complain about the new sidewalk stuff that they're adding on the streets. Y'all gotta understand that that's to prevent folks from driving and doing 85 miles per hour in high traffic areas where people are. That's why you see it at Hamilton and Park like that. They put one there. A lot of people like, you made 2 lanes into 1, but that's to stop people from driving reckless. That seems to be a problem with people always complaining about it. So they implemented that. It's not just to look good. So that's that, and that's something I learned by going to the town hall meeting. Now, that's the news footage of that though, right? But what's crazy, here's our footage. Now this is where I was seated at in the building. Now we're gonna play this because there's something to learn from this, right? I noticed that, like I said, our people don't really know how to operate at a town hall meeting because for the most part, I don't really even know about it. This is my first time really getting into it. I've been to 3 or 4 of them so far. So I got a little experience with it. But it's something you got to be a part of. Everybody talking about get out and vote. Even if you missed the voting, you could miss the election, maybe it happens. But I think this is more important. I think this is more important because you know why?
We're coming to get our check.
And this is the only reason why. Now, we're gonna show you. So this is Paul Young, right? Before I start to play the footage, I'm gonna break it down. Paul Young showed up, did a tour throughout Memphis. Every neighborhood, went to Rose College, went to the East. The last stop was BTW. He did the Hickory Ridge Center. He did a few places, right? Open to the public. Come holler. Whatever you need, whatever issue you have. I got an open book, whatever you need. Now, you probably thinking like, he'll just show up. It's just, I don't want to go there. This is going, I can't talk to the mayor. It ain't just the mayor. He also had CJ Davis in, the intern police chief. Well, whoever the police chief would be at the time, they'd be there. Whoever's over the fire department, they'd be there. Whoever's over picking up trash, he had them there too. Whoever's over traffic, they're there too. You see that board up there? He had everybody there that's there to solve issues. So whatever issue that you had personally, not only would he say, hey, okay, I'm on top of it, he would also bring the person that's appointed to that area to come speak to you about the issue that you have. Come on, y'all, we learning this together because nobody really comes from our end. China 13 was there. WREG was there. All of them, WMC5 was there, but guess who else was there? The mob was there. I was there, and I got a different perspective than they got. Because I'm keeping it real. I'm here for y'all. So anyway, I got my little camera, and I'm going to show you some things, right? Let's get to the footage. So this brother goes to the front. You had to get a card, write down wherever you wanted to do, whatever your issue was, and they call you up, right? You get on the microphone, you speak directly to the mayor of Memphis. Now this brother said a lot of things. Now the thing that I also learned about doing this is you gotta be quick, right? He can't be up there for 35, 45 minutes. That's something we don't know how to do. And there's a lot of older people. They take their time. Anyway, let's get to the footage. Check this out.
Thank you for coming, Mr. Mayor. And know you got to have greatness in you for your mother and father to graduate from here.
So he came up, he gave props to Mayor Paul Young, said, I know I respect you, and I know your parents, and I know you're a good person, right?
Your father raised the foot on, mom raised the clayton on. I went to a meeting where Bill Gibbons was there, he on the crime commission, and after he spoke, he opened it up for question and answering. And I said, Gibbons, did you say that 40% of the crimes in Memphis go unsolved? He said, no, 60%.
I'm gonna tell you another thing. I'm gonna pause it throughout because, you know, I gotta let y'all know what's up. He was applying pressure, y'all. All the stuff that you say at the water coolers and y'all be talking about on the corner, y'all on the phone, what's going on with the crime? Man ain't doing nothing. He applied pressure. He ain't go up there saying, I love everything you're doing, everything is all right. Thank you, man. Nah, he was saying, what's going on with 60% of the crimes going unsolved? Why are these people in this area getting more police attention than my neighborhood? That's pressure being applied, and it ain't just the mayor up there. The chief of police is also up there. You're gonna see that Paul Young said, I ain't gonna be the only one being held accountable for this. Hey, CJ Davis, come up here and holler at them when they asking about this crime, since that's your job. And this is my job to make sure you doing your job. It's deep, y'all. He gonna vent and say a lot of stuff. He was up there about 15 minutes. We gonna play his part, and then we're gonna play Mayor Paul Young's response.
You know, everyone has a right in this city to be safe, to run, jog, sit out anytime, day or night. And I said to him, when Mr. Fletcher was killed on Poplar Island, it was all hands on board. And I said, why don't you all use the same intensity to solve the crimes in the city like you did the situation? Kind of blew me off with the answer. But I found out that in this community, we have a lot of crime. When I come out my church on St. Paul and McKinley, I see two memorials where a lady was shot and killed, mother of 5 children. A young man walked out about 7:45 in the morning. His mother heard the shots right down on McKinley, less than 50 yards from our church.
You see, this is not talking about Trump. And I see that you're saying that I wish I would have heard about it. Right. It's because we're not talking about the right things. We're not talking to the right people, right? The people I talk to, they let me know about it because we have an information kind of underground railroad thing going on. We let each other know about these things. But who are you watching? Who are you talking to not know about this? And it was on the news. Even the people, some people I told, they chose not to come because we really don't understand how this works. We feel like we don't have any faith in it. We put more faith in talking about stuff on social media than we do actually showing up to stuff like this. We think marching on the bridge is it. That ain't it. You go directly to these folks and you apply pressure. They writing notes, they writing addresses, they writing names down, they giving out grants for people doing the right thing. You just gotta show up. Everybody that showed up got their name taken down and they got to talk to the person that they need to talk to. Amazing, right? You would think it wasn't happening. Paul Young doing that. Give props where they're due. We always know how to destroy. We gotta know how to build and call a spade, man. Good or bad, I keep it a stack.
The mother is still grieving. We want to set something up in our church to help with parents, mothers and fathers that have lost loved ones. And the daughter was on the news one day, and she said this would not be a cold case. And what I'm seeing is there's a cold case before the shell cases hit the ground in the city. 40%. I'm not that astute in math, but I know If you and I had the money, we could go down to the casino with 6% we win, 40% they lose. We would break the casino with that 6% of the killings. That should not be tolerated. I'm hurt, and I literally get up in the morning praying that God will intervene. And I'm glad that you from a godly home, and God has placed you in the position to do something. And what I see is that many times people will say that we don't have the manpower. We're trying to hire more police officers. When I hear, I don't know how true it is, when I was going to the morning, they say, oh, if you can't validate something, be careful how you say it. And so, but when I hear that there was car break-ins over there in Mud Island, 6 weeks, they say, I heard that they reassigned police officers from different precincts to intervene in that situation.
So he's upset that there were car break-ins at Mud Island. And he's asking, he heard from a reliable source that they appointed more police officers to that area so to make it safe. And he just want to know, why can't that be happen? Why can't that happen in my neighborhood, on my street? What makes Mud Island more of a safe haven or a high priority than my street? That's real. That's straight up. These are people you ask. Folks be want to ask me that. I got answers, but I don't have the resources. These people do. Apply that pressure. Give me an answer. Why y'all sending all those folks to Mud Island? And why y'all ain't sending all these people to Vance? Or why y'all ain't sending all these people to Pennant? Or why y'all ain't sending all these people to North Parkway? It's questions.
Why can't they do it on J Street? I don't understand how lots of the killings go on, because what happens is when killings goes on unsolved, that really encourage the killers and his homies. And it's absolutely bad. It's rough. I'm sick of it. Because we're losing people and we should not be losing. And I read how to maintain a safe city, a safe environment, is when the police officers, and I love you, Chief, I do. But when we say that if you kill someone, you're going to jail. That is why they don't go down to Mississippi and Cargill in different places, because they're going to jail. But when we have killings like that, we need to do something about it. I've been doing this work for 46 years, and I'm not going to stop doing what I can to help the community.
And keep in mind, y'all, it's a quick session. This is supposed to be like, say your question to the man and get on down. But he had so much to say, he wanted to use his opportunity, man. This is my chance to let it all out. So you got to give him some slack. He's been putting in work for a long time. So not, like I said, not only is the mayor going to respond, but the interim chief of police, who y'all always like to focus on, is going to respond. And she's going to say some stuff too that you might want to hear though.
When we have people that trying to mitigate this situation in the community, and we don't have funds to do it, mainly block. I work with them, and they had a grant where they were hiring people to get involved and stop some of this stuff that's going on, because they had real soldiers.
Now, he's moving on to another topic, right? This is more talking about stuff that I focus on when we're talking about police in your own community. And he's wondering, what's up with that, man? We can't just always go to police. He's going to be adamant about this. He's going to bring this back up again, I think, when the police chief came to talk as well. So listen to this. This is some stuff we want to know, because it seems like maybe it's some people that want to get involved. What's the next step to try to protect their own neighborhood without always calling the police, right? What could we do? That's his question.
I'm not afraid to go in the community and do something. these guys that Block had on staff was ex-criminals and were not afraid of the people in the community. Across the street here, one of the Block members was standing up after school. There was a lady with her son, and the son had a beef with another young man waiting for him to come out of the school, and he had a pistol.
Another thing, y'all. See how this works? As much as the mayor and the chief of police and all of these people that are in so-called power over the city, they still gotta sit there and listen to him. They gotta listen to him. You see, look how they look at y'all. Be real. Look, they wonder.
Who this nigga on that nag?
They like, who is this? Who this? He like, I'm in charge. You work for me. Now listen to me, boy. He didn't say that to the man. Paul, y'all I'm just saying, not to the man, but bigger speech. Listen to me, young man. He giving it to him though. That's how you do it.
Block was there and said, "Oh, we don't do that. We don't solve situations like that." No kidding. When I was up on Tate Street and Ward, I saw a lady pull a pistol out and get ready to shoot her boyfriend. Block was there. He said, "Ho, ho."
Well, he's talking about neighborhood policing, right? And what they stopped and how much they prevented by being a part of the community and telling them, hey, stop. As opposed to somebody, a police officer from the other side of town coming there not really understanding the people and understanding the situation. He resolved it by just telling them, nah, that ain't what we do. We ain't doing it. I've seen that before too. Depends on who's saying it, right? If it's a respected person from that neighborhood saying it, usually, not all the time. You always got some damn fools out here, but usually they're gonna listen to him because of reputation and who they are, right? Got to. That's where I come from. That's why we gotta have more of that.
We don't do that here. No, we don't do that. Talk to us down. And when we talk about when you fill out a report, can you validate what you've done, looking for statistics? Some people know how to please you all or appease you all with statistics. Some of us don't, but we're doing the work.
Man, y'all gotta listen to the OG. He said, some people know how to please y'all with statistics. We out here doing the work. Forget statistics. See what I'm saying? But you weren't there. The mayor did his part, he listening. Oh, the OG did his part. But did you? 9 different locations. You ain't hear about neither one of them. This is gonna be an annual thing, I believe, though. So, going forward, we're gonna learn about this. We're gonna look forward to the next one, right?
When I see Block, people being surrogate mothers and fathers to people in this school and throughout, I have a problem when people cut their funding. I have a problem with that. And so I'm saying, and then they tell me, Pastor Walker, children don't have anything to do here. They tell me what's going on, but they won't come to a setting like this. And we told them. So I'm saying we need a gym. We need reparation where it won't cost someone to come in and play.
He went to the reparations too. Young like, look, man, look, I ain't got the reparations, bro. I'm just the mayor. Now you need to go holler at Trump. You gotta respect it, man.
We're coming to get our check.
I like it. I like you talking to the right people about most of the right things, though. But reparations, I don't know about that. I don't know what they're gonna do on that. But hey, shout out to them. Shout out to them for asking.
We need an investment. We're talking about line.
Hey, that's a lot. But thank you so much for that. Y'all give it up for him. The block has done a lot of great work in our city. And I can speak to the funding. They were on a federal grant that expired. And so the challenge was, how do we restore the funding that we had gotten from the feds from them? I'm happy to say that we have funded them, and not just them, but today we announced about $1.5 million worth of investment in community groups that are working to stop violence in our city. We work on both ends of the spectrum. Of course, our police officers have to get out there and do the hard work that they're doing, but we're not doing right by our community if we're just waiting on them to run into the police. We got to work such that we can get them before they run into their wall, and that's what we're working to do. There was a lot of things that you said, Chief Davis. I'm going to ask you to come up if you want to respond on any other public safety issues.
Now, this is what I'm saying. This is great leadership, right? Understand that, hey, I ain't gonna take all the heat, man. I'm not the only person, because a lot of us don't understand how this works. This is his job. The mayor's responsibility is to make sure all of these people that are in these elected positions under him are doing the job. So this is real, bro. It's like, hey, man, I'm not gonna just tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make sure the person that I'm telling to do it is gonna tell you that they're gonna do it too. That's real. It is supposed to be more people in there but we're not talking about this. We talking about what's going on with Diddy, what's going on. We're talking about the wrong things. We got to learn how important this is. But it's also my job to try to pump this out. I told you, this is broccoli. Ain't nobody really in here because we ain't sharing the ignorance though. We got to understand that it's going to always be a smaller unit of doing the right things, bro. It's always going to be a bigger uphill battle. But we getting results. Now, peep what she says about this. And after this, I got solutions too. Because when I talk to the mayor, I got a few things that I want. You know what I'm saying? Right, I understand what you're saying. Yeah, we need more people at the event. True. 9 different locations. But more people weren't talking about it. It should have been shared more on social media and stuff. Now, I could have done more. I could have shared more, but I feel like I did my part. But I'm going to do more going forward. We all got to do more going forward, right?
May I say something? Because this is really what I want to say.
Y'all hear the crowd. They like, you took up enough time. They mad at him. Hey, let them vent.
Community policing is what we need. When I said that you are going to Mud Island and you reassign people, why don't we have community policing of presence? When you all did a raid some months ago, you confiscated about 60 weapons. That's a good question. Arrested 12 people. But when you're in the military, you set up a beachhead when you go off and you conquer a place, a beachhead where I'm maintaining a presence. We need a presence in this community. I can speak more about how effective it will be when you set up community policing, because they'll build a relationship with the people in the community. And they can mitigate a lot of stuff that will go on. And then people will say, we don't have the police officer. But when you send them to Mud Island, you can do it over here.
He said, y'all always talk about y'all got a shortage on police officers. That's why we need more. Y'all got rid of the neighborhood police officers, right? The people that are doing it on the block. Then y'all always say y'all have a shortage, but y'all sending more police officers to Mud Island. How is it a shortage when you putting all those people in that area? And we know why more police officers got sent to Mud Island. But the only way to stop it from happening, again, is to apply pressure like he is, right? You got to apply that kind of pressure, bro.
I got shell cases. I have a daycare in my church. And I don't want to wait until one of the children gets shot before I make a presence in the community. For the police out there, and you got young guys walking up and down the alley with ARs and AKs. I'm sick of that.
Who this nigga on that nag?
He said you got young boys walking up and down the streets with AKs. I'm sick of that. Yeah, that's who you tell it to. Stop telling to each other. Tell it to them. Let's see what they say, though. The police chief here and all that. What you got for me, Chief?
Pastor, thank you. And thank you for your service for one thing. And everything you said, I agree with. And I'm not gonna stand up here and tell you about challenges or anything. I'm gonna tell you what we're trying to do with what we have. Here's what we're trying to do with what we have. And you know, I don't know if you're aware, but some people are aware that the Memphis Police Department received a sizable grant, a decent grant. It was Violent Crime Intervention Fund grant. That grant was given to the police department, wasn't given to the city, it was given to the police department. We could have bought cars, we could have bought toys, we could have bought all the things that people want. We decided we're going to take that money and we're going to invest in the community. We're going to invest in root causes, and we're still in the embryonic stages, in the beginning stages of how we apply it. But we're applying it and going to apply it in those areas that you're talking about, where we can have more visibility. You're right, visibility is a deterrent. We only went into Tate and Boyd and a couple of places because we know that that has been a long-standing problem with people feeling like they can just do anything in the community. But it's because the residents who are in that area, I won't call it, but and people like you who are calling us and helping us identify people. What we want to do is not just do the one and done. We want to get those individuals who historically have been committing crimes in our city. 80% of the people, 20% of the people commit 80%. It's really less than that.
Well, she's saying that only 20% of the people are doing crime. 80% are doing the right thing. And she says it's really more than that. Now I can agree with that. I always tell y'all that. But that's always going to be the focus point. That's not my focus point. My focus point is always the 80%, right? That's real. But for you to say that and still be focused on, 15%? Come on, bro. We got to realize that a lot is getting lost when we always talking about, man, what we going to do about the crime? Or what we going to do about these good, hardworking people? That's my question. But I got some solutions. But anyway, I let her.
A few people are committing the most serious crimes in the city. Today, we went down a list, and we're looking for those individuals, number one, that we have violent arrest warrants for. Over the last 2 months, we picked up over 400 people who have violent arrest warrants. We had to bring
400 people picked up over 2 months for where they had violent arrest warrants. Hey, it is what it is. I'm not the one, I don't push that, lock them up, hey, fill the prison, fill the jails full of them. That's not, because I know what it was made for. That system was designed for and targeted. Well, we understand that. But nevertheless, we gotta understand that and not be a part of it. I'm not making excuses, like you do the crime, you do the time, whatever. You need to know what comes with it. But I'm also not gonna promote it and say, fill it up with our people. Just put more of them in there because it's a bigger problem. Before we get to that, the mind has already been polluted with poison. Come on now, y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it is, so I don't push that. But they said they got 400 people out the streets, 400 people with violent warrants. That's their job. So, hey, that's under Paul Young's administration, right? You call it administration when you talk about the mayor. I don't know this. Under his reign, though, as mayor.
all of our officers together to do that. I had to get them from different places in the city. But instead of letting people continue to commit crime, that was the best way for us to bring all of these officers together, go into these different areas, and pick up these individuals that are committing crimes in the city. You're absolutely right. We need more visibility. We brought retired officers back. The retired officers have come back because we're using them to do some of that visibility in different communities. They're not in patrol cars and things. They're going out in the community. They're working with churches. They're working with children. Right now, we got 50 of those positions. And so we're...
Yeah, they hired I think they hired like 50 detectives to do cold case murder. Like, they doing a lot. They're doing a lot. Like they said on the news, I've never seen this much from the mayor in such a short time. You know, I remember Harrington, and it was a big deal about everything that he did, but when Strickland was there, I wasn't hearing about all this type of stuff. I didn't see him coming out with the people and allowing us to say, do this. No, he did his part. Are you doing yours? Are you following this? Do you care? You gotta care. Because if you ain't at this type of stuff, if you don't care about this, you can't really complain. The stuff I ain't a part of, I don't talk about on it. But I'm a part of Memphis. So I had to go down there and see what was going on. Do your part. Do your part.
Trying to bring officers back to the department to do some of that community engagement work that you're talking about. You said a lot of things tonight, and I would love to be able to talk to you more and even partner more, because I want.
Did you see that? He said it a lot. She said, I would love to talk to you more. This, because he showed up, used his voice, now he gets to have a sit down with the chief of police. She would love to hear more. I'm sure all these great minds that watch the show, who I know, y'all tell me so much stuff. CJ Davis, want to hear? You got some ideas? You really know how to fix this? You really know how to connect with the youth? You really know how to get them to do this? You got some stuff that's gonna work that'll keep them from getting locked up and caught up in the system? You just need the resources, you just need the tools. They're giving them to you right there. I'm letting you know the tool, the playbook right now. You gotta show up. Everybody that said something that had a complaint got their name written down and got to talk. Like he said something about the crime, he got to sit down with the chief of police because Paul Young told him that. Paul Young said, hey man, we treating these people, everybody. When I tell you to come up here and get on this microphone, you treat this person with respect. You write their name down and you stay on top of it. But you know what? They do the same thing for you. But you know that the stuff you complaining about ain't gonna get handled. You know why? Because you weren't there. Somebody complained about the trash. He had them over there. He said, hey, come up over here, bro. You over the trash department. Hey, they leaving trash out on the street. Right, what address is that? You said Lauderdale? 4591 Lauderdale? He said, write that down. They writing it down. He had about 5 people writing that address down. I bet ain't gonna be no trash over there tomorrow or next week or the week after that. Because action. You gotta have action. We just be talking. We just be talking.
I want to be able to respond to some of the things that you said and how we work together. We've got to work together in order to impact change in the city. My detectives today, I was on the elevator leaving out, and Deputy Chief Wright told me we just saw 3 murders. We put 24 new homicide investigators to deal with the backlog of cold cases because they didn't have enough.
So they spent their funding on 24 detectives just for cold case files because but it's action. I don't know why they didn't do it before, but I ain't got nothing to do with that. Under Paul Young's reign, they're doing it. What y'all want? Tell me something. Holler at me. Holler at me because when he came in, he didn't fire her. Everybody was telling me because I got Paul Young on my intro, on the mob's intro. I'm in full support. He from the city, from my generation. He holding it down. Black brother, black family, Mayor of Memphis. What's up? Y'all see them fixing the streets? They fixing the potholes. They doing all this. They putting the funding. They opening the book up. When Trump do it, y'all love that though, right? Everybody. Now you hear about what Trump free Kodak Black. Trump got Lil Wayne now, man. Lil Trump, hey man, Trump, my boy. But when this man does it, your local mayor's doing it, you ain't got nothing to say. You ain't even hear about it. You ain't even hear about it. Talk about that, your own. And I mean it in a lot of ways. The mayor of the city that you're from and your own kind doing the right thing. Talk about it.
And when officers have more files, then they can't do anything, right? Because they too busy pushing them from left to right. So we put 24 more detectives in that homicide unit, and now they're getting success because they're able to pull that onion back and spend time in these cases so that we can go and give the victim's family some answers and some resolve. But I would love to talk to you more. Thank you for your passion. Thank you for your service.
I'm gonna let Paul Young talk, then we're gonna move on, y'all. But this is the element. This is it.
Before we continue, I would like to share a friendly and courteous reminder for everyone to be mindful of your community members because we have a lot of questions to get through before this.
So she telling them, look, y'all, just ask your question and move on because we got a lot of people to get through. But you know what? Yeah, if they did this more often, the people wouldn't feel like I got so much to say. I got to try to get it out. Or people knew about this more often, right? They had this opportunity to talk to the mayor directly about the issue. right? So it's going. You got to expect this. We ain't never did this. We don't understand all this stuff. We just know we got issues and we need somebody to handle them. I wish Justin Pearson was here. Y'all know I'm always on that. All right, so yeah, that's that. Paul Young asked. She said she went to BTW. She had 3 kids at BTW. You know, this is where it was, and she was concerned about the kids. So that's that, man. The tour, man. That's how you do it. Town hall means so. Going forward, have in mind what you want to say, what you want to do. Even if you got something for me, I can. This is my job. I'm going. I'll be there. I'll relay these messages. But we need to come there. We need to have, let's make it more youthful. Let's make it more youthful. It's crazy. And I ain't the youngest person in the city, y'all, but we were definitely the younger demographic. It should have been, it's 20-year-olds in Memphis, bro. Like, y'all are adults. And you're here. But see, they don't understand. It would be nice for, imagine myself if I was 20, 22 years old and I understood how that operated. And for the next 20, 30, 40 years, I knew how to perform at a town hall meeting. I knew what kind of questions to ask. I knew what director was over this. I knew that the chief of police had to do this because I saw this. I've been coming up in these town hall meetings for years. Look how much I know in the little time that I've been there. Right? Y'all know my first one, I was undercover. I was undercover brother at the Germantown town hall meeting. I'm like, damn, they get down like that? You can't get away with nothing. And I don't like, there's dog poop all in front of my house. I don't like it. Bear, do something. Like, all right, we're gonna make sure there ain't no dog ever poop in front of your house again, sir. They be on it. The folks in Germantown ain't playing. Right? So it's all about you. So I don't wanna hear about how they do us like that because we black. Nah. They do you like that because you're not saying or doing anything. Because these folks black, right? Black mayor, black chief of police, black this, and everybody else, they're working for a black man. So he's gonna tell them to do it. And he brings these things up too. Like I said, I've heard the criticism of Paul Young, and if he deserves the criticism, trust me, I ain't here to spare nobody. And nobody's sponsoring me, but I do respect what he's doing. Now, here's my thing. Here's my solution. When I talk to Paul Young, here's what I'm going to talk to him about. I feel like the community centers, like I've said, are out of date. That's my thing for the youth, right? So I need y'all to help me out. And any ideas y'all got, y'all shoot them my way. Y'all know what we do. You know how to get at me, right? Come through chat, my holler at your boy. But here's my thing. Let's upgrade these community centers because, like I said, basketball, the community center saved me from a lot of stuff. Got me into like playing organized ball. I learned the game. I went to the gym all the time, made friends. We bumper pool, all of that stuff up there. The gym had it all, the community center had it all. But it's a little bit out of date, if you ask me, for the younger generation, right? So I present the upgrade. You see this? The new thing with the youth, you gotta understand, I think Memphis is kind of slow to understanding how things are. Streaming, Twitch, y'all know Kai? Young Kai? For you don't know, do y'all know Aiden Ross? Do you know these people? Young kids know them. Streaming, the internet, that's the new biggest thing. We gotta have these kind of centers at these community centers, right? We got rooms where you can play Call of Duty with your partner right here and stream it online. And they'll have somebody like me teaching them how to broadcast it and make money off streaming them playing the game or streaming them on whatever they doing to be a YouTuber. Whatever you doing, you got the sauce, record it, people watch it, you get paid for it. That's the game I'm gonna give them. But this is what we gotta do. We can't just have, hey, the pool table ain't the same. Y'all gotta get rid of the pool tables. I mean, pool was cool for us. Ping pong was cool for us. I have moved on, bro. We gotta go Twitch, streaming, gaming, YouTuber. We got rooms for this. We got this room for that. Now we also got for the real. Now if you're really doing, but you gotta be performing. You gotta have certain grades. You gotta show up here. And see, when they come to use this, you got the OGs like us around it. And we monitoring them. You can drop them off up here and let them do that. We up here. We know where they are. We know what they doing. Right? This. We also got solo rooms, right? Right? This. Like y'all got study rooms. This should have this is how the study room should look. There's a lot of money going around. I know this is expensive. It might seem like a lot, but it's a lot of money being wasted on stuff for the kids that the kids ain't really even into, man. Trust me. You make these, they can stream it, they can broadcast it. You'll probably have kids move to Memphis to use this type of stuff, right? And it has to be something that they can't afford at home. Mama can't buy this. Mama can't buy this type of equipment, y'all. Trust me, I'm into this game. I'm in this business. Mama can't afford these type of TVs, this type of camera, these type of lights, this type of chair, this type of experience that you get at the community center because we got it here in Memphis. Because we really give a damn about our community. This is how you show it. Take my tax dollars and do this. Now, another thing. Now, we got this. We also had this for grades and for attendance for those who are, accomplishing stuff in school. You might not want to. All kids don't like video games. All kids don't like streaming. Well, I tell you what. We got the sauce room, right? People call it swag. I don't like swag. Swag's outdated. We got sauce. We'll give you a ticket to the sauce room, right? Get what you want. We got $500 sneakers in here. We got, you know what I'm saying? You a sneakerhead? You can't get these. We're going to reward you. Come in here. Choose. You get you a pair. You get you a pair. You get you a pair at the community center. Then we close it down. I'm telling you, bro, you got to use what they like. You can't do what you like. You can't make the kids like what you like. Right? You put this room, you put one of these in every community center and said only a certain, you have to do this criteria to get in here. Trust me, they're going to do it. Because mama can't afford these, Jay. Mama can't buy these. She got 5 kids, 3, 4, 5 kids, whatever. She can't buy this, but the community can. The tax dollars can if you're doing right. But when you come up here, I'm over here. You can't do what you want. We're going to teach you something else, and you get all this sauce you want. Sauce up. Now, that's one thing. And I'm going to tell you, I hope somebody steals these ideas before I get out of here. Before I got one more thing. We also have to use this. My partner told me, he said, what about these billboards, bro? I said, that's a great idea. Billboards, right? Let's use them. Let's use them for these local kids doing stuff. You ain't got to do much. He did something. Bam, put him up in his neighborhood. You go to Melrose, we put it up out in the Orange Mound. We're going to put you on the billboard there. You know? You go to school in Fraser, we're going to put it in Fraser. Right? You go to Germantown, we're going to put it in here. Whatever it is, we got billboards all over, right? We can change them up. We can do this all the time. It can be the kind that they can update from whatever station that they at. Technology's changed. It ain't much to change. You can put a different kid up every day if they wanted to now. But it's what we want. And do we want it? Right? All right, so like I said, I had one more. All right, so if you're going shopping, last thing, you're going shopping, buy good foods. That is a black-owned, they sell beans there in Target, there in Kroger, I believe, Walmart. If you're gonna buy some beans, some corn, some green peas and some green beans and some canned foods, buy good, G-O-O-D-E. They've been black family owned since 2003. And here it is right here, G-O-O-D-E. They're gonna show you the cans too. I'm just giving y'all, support your own. They all like their cranberry sauce. That's it. They got whatever you need, right? Available at Kroger, Target, I don't know, is it Major, Jewel, Shaw's, Food Line, and Walmart. So they everywhere. So you see them, just being, you might not be able to always support them, but if you do, you like, oh, I saw that on the mob. Yeah, let me buy them goodie. Good. Do the right thing. What y'all? Anyway, great show. I'm gonna let y'all know about this. It's an annual town hall meetings next year or whatever you're gonna do at the end of the year. Get off your ass, get out there, take your notes. We're gonna hit them hard. Until then, it's the mob. I see y'all next week. I ain't gonna be gone for a month. I'll be right back. Till then, it's the mob. We gone. You know I gotta play that.